the big screen on the EuroCAD.
Yes.
All right, so you see the H1 has done a low of the session.
Yes. Here.
So it
Yeah.
needs to recycle back up,
Yes.
form a high, and then it'll go short.
Yes.
Your H4 is okay because then the high of the day on the yellow ball.
Right.
But
Right.
the H1 is going to recycle.
Okay. So that's right.
And you got a 2 ball at the bottom, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to close this one. Okay, break even. In that one, the Euro Aussie, that was the other one that I was.
Euro Aussie was a good trade in the Asian
Here,
session.
right.
Right now, I don't see a trade in there. It's not set.
So gold looks good. So we have the three.
Gold was a long.
Yes, it's here for short. You have a 3 bar here. You have three bar here, and now here. And when you go to the 15, you have this cycle in the 1 hour. You see, and well, we still not having sync in the 15. We'll trade and neither
5 minute is giving an entry short.
even with the H10 here.
Yeah, H10 is just a longer term. It's the first 4 you look at.
Okay, so if I have to go to the 1 minute and wait maybe to get.
Yes. Okay. Yes, 1 minute is going to cycle through.
This could be my upload somewhere here. 13 pips. Yeah, the 5 minute. But it's changing color. What about the change of this bar? Well,
Yeah,
it's not.
bar should be red also, right? But it's not
Right.
red yet.
Yeah, it's not ready. So.
Our new 5 minute bar.
Yeah. The Aussie is the strongest in the Volcano. If I go to the Aussie, I have in my other screen, I have a 3 ball in the 1 hour chart. So we have like 3 bars in the 1 hour chart in of all standard currency pairs, most of them. Like Euro New Zealand, for example, a 3 bar here, 1 hour also.
Get the 15 minute.
Yeah, we had like an enter here.
Yeah, 15 minutes looking for low of the session.
Yeah.
And there'll be a, well, and a low of the day. So you gotta wait on this one. This is going to be a reversal, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just is flat.
Yeah, it's really flat. I was trading this, and I set the scanner, the Norway stop filter at that point in the 4 hour. I switched it to 325.5 before you sent the good one, and it works. So hopefully I think is going to help us to get exit in the 1 hour or 4 hour. My thinking is to have it in the 4 hour.
You put it on the filter, right?
I put it in the filter, yes.
You know, the code doesn't take the time frame into account for the OSMA. I don't know how it was done, but right now it's independent of the time frame.
Right.
Market's not moving at all.
I have the euro pairs and gold in the top, Reggie, for your information, and the pound in the bottom.
Yeah, pound should reverse in the London Open, about another half hour. It's been going for a while. Pound NZD, pound Aussie, pound dollar. Those are three I'm waiting on.
In gold, I have also like this diversion in the 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have the high of the session. So just waiting for that bar to turn red on gold.
Right. And the 1 minute is not ready yet. This shadow here would mean the high of the session or the low of the session. I'm a little confused about that.
This is a saddle, so it's a continuation
Right.
of the trend. As you can see, it formed a new three wall at the top.
Yes.
So it's basically trying to form a high of the day on the 4 hour.
Right.
And you're just waiting for a red bar on the H1 for a high of the session.
Have the Swiss
Gold formed a new high.
Yeah. On Swiss. 15. 5.
Yeah, any of the pound pairs, I would wait till the London Open.
Okay.
my Swiss yen is going against me.
Swiss yen, yeah.
My dollar yen is doing well. It's up 9 pips.
Good.
But,
Yeah, and it has an entry now, actually.
well, it had an entry at the beginning of the Euro session.
Oh, okay.
That's when I got in.
I
up,
have this Sarah here. You see?
Yeah, it was on the 1 minute, I think, the entry.
Okay. Now
Yeah, the 1 minute. The entry was on the 1 minute. That's how I got in.
Okay.
I'm 13 pips right now. I'm going lower my stop. The 1 minute pivot. I'm only at risk 1.5 pips.
Good.
And where's my Swiss yen? Come on. Yeah, I'm up 3 pips on that. Lower my stop. No, not yet. I'm basically up 13 pips right now. 14, 15. I'm halfway there. All right. Only have a pip at risk.
Pound CAD has a 16.
Pound CAD, what about it?
Yeah, only I'm waiting for the opening of the or London, but it has a sync.
Yeah, it's got an entry right now on the 15 at least. But I'm telling you, the pound looks like a reversal. You know, they're all doing a type 1 kind of entry, right? So you wait for a rebound, then wait for it to come back a little bit, and then take a long on pound CAD.
What about the euro dollar? Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Fatu. Welcome.
Hey, Fatu, how are you?
I'm fine.
So
How are you?
let's open it. So this is the euro dollar. So if you see the 1 hour, it has a 3 ball here and another here. So from here to here, you're looking only long.
Yeah.
And now you start looking short, but you are not going to short it anywhere because he can repaint and go up, 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 okay? So
Yeah.
at this point, you have to learn some definitions, like look for the high of the day, high of the session, sorry, and you are going to look at in the 4 hour for the day. So here we are like making the high of the day, okay?
Yeah.
But it's not confirmed. And when you go to the 15 minute, when you have the 1 hour, so I don't know, Rajiv, help me here. Is looking maybe for a continuation, right? Or
You can say that, or it might just go drop below zero, and if it does, it becomes an impulsive move short. Will support the high of the day. So in essence, the 1 hour right now technically has formed the high of the session.
Okay.
Right.
Because it's crossing the zero line.
Well, it went from blue to red
right.
a while ago, but it's uncertain right now, right? I mean, if it crosses below zero, you'll have a confirmation.
Right. So the idea is when you get the template, is everything must be in sync. You can look for entry from the 1 minute to the 15, but everything must be in sync. So for example, here it's not in sync because the 5 minute must be below the zero line. The other must be the same color. But here, for example, here we have maybe an entry, but if you see this trend line must be red also. Okay, but I don't know, Reddit, maybe this is an
Go to
entry.
the 1 minute.
This is the
Oh,
one.
you're on the 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
There is your entry right there. Sure.
So let's look for entry now. So I'm here. Where is my? It's kind of bugging my.
There's an entry on gold. No, 15 is not red. Sorry.
Okay. Finally enter. It changed. It switched to blue again in an hour.
Yeah. So
5 minutes.
$1 is transitioning. It's just not there yet.
Yeah. Eurogen is ready. 5:15. This ball here. 15 minutes. We're below the zero line.
Mhm.
5 minutes.
Barely hear you there, Rafael.
Sorry?
I could barely hear you.
Ah, okay. That I was telling that maybe Eurogen is almost ready in the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart. Okay, the 1 hour we have this 3 ball here.
Mhm.
Okay, and the 4 hour seems that has made the high of the day, and the 1 hour is below the zero line, so maybe we can we have 1, 2.
Now you got to wait for the 2-ball retracement to be done.
Okay, so this is 1, 1, 2, and 3, right? Okay. Here is 10 pips, for example. If I set it here, 5 pips. EuroCAD as entry in the 5 minute. That was 20 pips. It's kind of big. Maybe the good entry to maybe close this one.
Yeah, your stop loss is too high.
Yeah, I'm going to close it. I'm positive in $0, so that's good.
Oh, you got out?
From the EuroCAD, yes. for a break even. So I want to
set up the show.
really the EuroCAD. Yeah, maybe, but the stop loss was too big, so
Was too deep. Okay.
yeah. So Fatu, for your information, the idea is not to have more than 15 pips stop loss,
Yeah.
but with a meaning. It's not like, okay, you set 15 pips as automatically 15 pips stop loss. No, you are going to look for those high and those low, you see?
Yeah. Okay. In the 5 minutes or 15.
Where is really you see the level. And so here it was not bad, but was maybe too big, the 20 pips stop loss.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be here.
Yeah, that's where it should have been.
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised you got out.
Right. Eurodollar is doing good. It's good. You see that was the entry, the EuroCAD. And the pound pairs, we're not going to touch it before the opening of the London Open, okay? I have an entry in Euro New Zealand, but you have 3 bars, the 1 hour.
Yeah, so a good entry in the Asian session.
For the EuroCAD, you mean?
Euro New Zealand, 70.
Okay, yeah. Still going.
So yen got
Yeah,
weak, so I got out of my yen pairs for about 10 pips total.
good.
I entered euro yen and I'm 1 hour in profit.
I'm looking it, but I don't see any. Yeah, okay, flickering.
I'm not now. I'm in profit now. I didn't say when I entered. That was the way you were talking about
Okay.
entering.
We had maybe I enter here. Okay. It's 10 pips. Stop loss here.
It's 1 hour. It's yeah. It's fluctuating.
You guys do, yeah.
Should we close it before London Open, Rajiv? What is your strategy on this? Do you close before London Open or just?
For the euro,
Yeah, the trades you are in. So
the euro should be fine. It's the pound that's going to bounce.
okay.
Remember, we don't chase any trade, okay?
No.
It's to set up properly.
Right. Maybe if you guys are in the EuroCAD, you can set your stop loss right here, or maybe break even. I don't know what how many pips are you in
Well, it
profit.
depends on where you got in, right? If you got in
Right.
at the top of the European
Right.
session, it should
Right.
be at break even.
Euro yen is retraced to 0.
Don't have pound yen showing.
5 minutes, London Open.
Yeah.
Pound yen is still transitioning. So
Mm-hmm.
if you look at the 4-hour chart, the weekly is still blue.
Right.
And I would not be taking shorts.
Yeah.
So you can see it's going sideways.
Mm.
And that's usually happens when the weekly transitions. Look at the euro yen on the 4-hour.
Yeah.
Same thing, So, I mean, your long-term direction of the euro yen is still a buy.
Yeah.
is it the same for the pound dollar too?
You set up a sell. Okay.
No, is transition for
Well, we are going to wait for the opening of the London session. Okay. We have, yeah.
just
And for the pound pairs, and we have a 1 hour crossing the zero line. And the 4 hour made the high of the day. Okay. So maybe we have the high of this session at this point. So that's a good spot here. And then if you go to the 5 minute, everything is in sync except the 10 hour, but it's larger time frame. And you have a entry here, but because the one the opening of the London, so let's wait.
I closed my euro yen on
Profit? Yeah.
well, not much. Now it's moved.
Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I got out of my yen pairs too early. Oh yeah. What happens when you panic?
Yeah. London open now. Yep.
Cape gold is changing the color in the bar. We have a 30. We have an entry in the 1 minute.
Yep. Two. Take it.
It's too close.
The London Open didn't provide any bangs except on the pound Swissy. Pound rebounded. But they all seem to be forming a low of the session except for the pound CAD. I went into the gold trade with you there, Rafael. So
Sorry?
I went into the gold trade with you.
Okay. Let's see how that play. I set 0.25% in that one.
You have no news today?
No, that's the problem. There's no impetus to the market.
I think we are going to take out.
Freaking dollars.
Yeah, it took me out gold.
10 pips, right? Yeah.
Right.
Me too. Dollar is the weakest in the currency. Yeah.
We will have a big spike in Swiss.
Got out of my yen pairs too quickly.
Eurodollar maybe can give us a head on in 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to move my other send.
Ready? Santiago.
Santiago
Yeah,
is here.
I think so.
Okay.
Already did.
Brigitte. Yeah.
Just a question. Can you consider the euro dollar as the high of the session?
You have to go to the 15-minute chart. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it went below zero, so you're now looking for a low of the session on the H1.
H1. That is the okay.
You also want to is looking the low of the session. Zealand. the euro yen has a change color in the 1 hour, meaning that maybe has the low of the session.
Yeah.
4 hours not ready yet. To 1 minute. Still red, the trend line. Gold is start moving short. Yeah, dollar is strong. Is getting strong.
You should have stayed in, huh?
Yeah.
Too late now.
Yeah. Do you think it's too late? Because actually he took us out here, but the 1 minute still.
And you just wait for the 1 minute to recycle to take an entry.
Right. We have maybe another add-on in euro dollar, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm adding on. Yeah, I'm going to move this. Oh, what I did, he crashed my platform and he closed my trade.
Really?
Yes. Oh no, yes, I was having some issues with platform this the black. Oh, it was very nice. It was going very nice with 3 head-on.
As long as he ended up in the positive, you're okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm positive for the day. Yeah, so it's okay. Let's see what happened.
I missed the pound New Zealand trade. Thank you. that pound New Zealand would have been a good trade.
Yeah. But pound New Zealand, you mean for long? Already?
On the 1 minute.
1 minute? Okay, here. Of the 1 hour. Okay. Have, we need.
That's 20
we need-
pips already.
Yeah, we need two bars retracement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And pound got more also. Pound yen looks well, pound yen is ranging in Argentine.
Yeah, yen's playing around. It goes up and down.
Euro yen, a good one also. And you still in the dollar yen? No, dollar yen. Get out. It's good.
Yeah, I exited dollar yen. I shouldn't have, but I did. Went for another 10 pips. I would have been done for the day.
Yeah.
So with the Swiss yen. Oh well. I'm still up 21 pips. I just need 9 more.
Yeah. Only that we don't have to push it. Because those 9 pips that we are missing maybe could be -10 or -5. So
Yeah, I'm on a 1 minute chart, and I took a long on the pound CAD and the pound Aussie.
okay.
You know, I made 15 on the pound Aussie and 10 on the pound CAD.
You take it here.
Yeah, I mean, I took it a little before when the H1 showed a low of the day. So as soon as it got near the 3 wall, I took it. It wasn't a system entry. It was more of a technical entry.
Yeah, here, right.
Yeah. So as soon as that bar where we are in now got close to the 3 wall, I went in.
Okay.
So they've already done the low of the day. It's the pound New Zealand that, I'm kicking myself. Missed it. Otherwise, it would have been done.
It's early. Euro yen could be a good one.
Yeah, you're against on the low of the session. Not quite the low of the day though.
Or you make double top, expecting that round number here.
Mm-hmm.
On yen, well, filter cross in the 5. The 1 hour is ready yet.
Yeah, you barely hear you there, Rafael.
Sorry that we have a filter cross in the 5 minute here. But the 1 hour we said that, yeah, we have this table here and the weekly, yeah, still going up.
From the short.
Fatu, it cut. You are cutting off. Yeah,
Alright. Can you hear me now?
yes,
I'm just asking if the pound Aussie,
yes.
if is in the long term, if is for short, was a 4 hour, and if you look at
Well, the 4 hour it must like here, and now it's looking for the low of the day. Okay, and if I go to the 1 hour here, yeah, it's more like going short, but you have no entry. Your entry was here, and that was in the Asia session for about 70 pips now. Gold is making higher today. We're still going up. Euro-dollar has a entry now. It's flickering. It's 10 pips to enter. Okay, entering. Value was too much. What was that? Okay, close half of position because I don't know why he didn't go here. I have 10 pips stop loss. And that is much. $600. $600. Okay. I'm not. Okay. It's better. 0.50%. Okay. Euros, it could be a good one. We have the low of the session. The low of the day is not ready yet. And New Zealand. It's the same. We have the low of the session, but not yet the day.
So the pound Aussie gave me another 9 pips, and I'm done. 30 pips for
Good.
today.
Great. So your enter was more like
On the 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah, so where it went, yeah, that was the first entry.
Wow. Was great.
And then took a second entry. I got out of the first one and then took a second one. I made about 6 pips on the second one. So it's still going up, but I made my 30, so I got out.
Yeah. Good.
Pound New Zealand also, I took a trade. It gave me 2 pips. I got out. I mean, I had made my 30, so I wasn't going to risk it.
Wow. Perfect. Perfect. I'm only in this $0. I made like, I don't know, $200 up. It's like 2 pips for the day. It's not moving much.
So if you bring up the pound Aussie, right, I'll show you what I did on the 1 minute chart.
Yeah.
So on the 1 hour, we had the low of the session, right?
Right here.
So now I'm just looking for a blue bar cross to enter
Right
long.
here.
And that was the first entry. One more bar over. Yeah. So it's like 28 pips total, but and then I took a second entry. So that basically finished off my 30 pips.
Oh, perfect.
So that's how I'm trading my low of the session, high of the session.
Okay. That is a kind of strategy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'd already done my analysis before. So I was keeping my eye on pound New Zealand, pound CAD, pound Aussie, and the pound dollar. Pound dollar didn't give anything. But both, all three of the others, pound CAD, pound Aussie, pound
Okay.
New Zealand, did a rebound with the H1 reset, low of the session. And they were long trades on the 1 minute.
Okay.
So you can see the pound CAD has rebounded and gave you good pips.
And you were saying and pound will change direction. And it
What's
did.
that?
At the beginning, before London Open, you said pound will change direction.
And it did.
And it did, yeah. Great analysis.
Yeah, Euro Aussie also was a good trade.
I think it's still having potential here. If we have...
Yeah, it does. It's just the H4 hasn't turned around, so it's not a 5 minute trade, it's a 1 minute trade. You gave 2 trades just like the pound Aussie.
Okay.
The EuroCAD.
I didn't look at the EuroCAD, but it should be the same as the pound CAD. Right? The H1 is flipping.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
It's changing colors. So I would have taken that entry because the H1 is going back and forth.
Okay.
But that's an aggressive entry for me.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend it, unless you have an iron stomach. But that's essentially, you can call it a counter trend trade because the long term is still going short on the pound Aussie, pound CAD. Your H12, H10 and above is still short.
Okay.
But what I was doing was I was trading within the session, which is what I like to do anyway. And once the H1 gave me an entry, told me the low of the session or the highest session is formed, then I'm just looking for the entry on the sinking the M30, M15, M5.
Mm-hmm.
Good information. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm only going for 30 pips, right? I'm not going for hundreds of pips.
Right.
If I get 3 pairs that gives me 10 pips each, I'm done.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's good.
Rafael, can you please bring up the pound Aussie again?
Yes.
Just want to see the 4 hour. No, the 1 hour is okay.
You mind if I share my screen, Raphael?
No, of course not. Yes, I'm going to stop sharing mine. Okay. Go ahead.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Let me see.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here's the pound Aussie, right?
Yeah.
Here's the first entry.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right.
And here's the second entry. Right there.
Right.
So, and this is because H1 gave you the low of the session, right?
Yeah.
And then
That's so
everything
clear.
turned. So if I had stayed in the trade, that's like 28 pips plus
11. Yeah.
11. Yeah, so it's 39 pips. And I'm done. I'm getting a one ball anyway. So there's going to be a retracement coming, as you can see. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So if I look at the scanner, like what Santiago and Rafael look at, the long term is short. Everything is short. But the H1 has turned over. It gave me a low of the session right here. So that's why it's a counter trend trade based on the long term trend. Okay.
Okay.
So very quick trade. Not going to be in it for long. So pound CAD is like a mixture, right? The daily and the weekly is long, but the H4 to H16 is short. So it's like a sideways market. So I'm looking at the H1 with the change of, the low of the session. If I do that, low of the session, again, here's my entry.
Mhm.
Here's my second entry.
Right.
And that's, how much is that? 9 pips. 60, that's 25 pips. So both of them individually would have satisfied my 30 pips almost.
Right.
And the one I was kicking myself about was the pound New Zealand, really. This is the one that gives a lot of pips. So again, same concept, right?
Mhm.
Here's the first entry. Here's the second entry.
Yeah.
15, 36 pips. If I had taken either one of those three individually, I would have met my 30 pips. That was all based on the H1 giving the low of the session.
Okay.
Now, if I wanted to trade the beginning of the Euro session, which for the pounds is kind of iffy, but there was an entry here, short, 25 pips. Oh, what did I do? Crap. There we go. There it is.
So for short-term trade, you don't need the 4 hour, just 1 hour.
Well, it depends on whether you're trading for the session or for the day, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If you're doing it for the session, you're looking at the 1 hour.
Yeah.
If you're looking for the day, then you're looking at the 4 hours, right? So like
Okay.
here, the 4 hour gave you the high of the day.
Yeah.
And if you're doing the Asian session, here's your trade.
Okay.
31 pips. And then 4 hour hasn't changed, but the H1 has changed. So if H1 has changed, that's a session trade. You drop it to the 1. And there's your trade right there. So you have to be flexible
All right. Yeah.
to change your time frame for your trade, right?
Mm.
Now, if you're looking at an H12 or H10, H10 is flat, right? So as you can see, it's a sideways market. It's flat. So this is not a trade on the 15-minute. I mean, It's turning in blue to red, blue to red. But it's not, doesn't have a nice slope like this. It's flat. Let's look at the pound Aussie. 15-minute. Okay, so 15-minute gave you the high of the week, basically, right here. Right?
Yes.
H10 changing colors. Let's move this over. Also gave you the high of the day and high of the session in this particular area, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you're trading for longer term than a day, here's your entry. You're still in it.
Right.
117 pips for a max of 150. And then you got add-ons. One over there. Let's say one over here. And one over here. If I did that from, let's say over here, where both change colors. 63, 87, that's 150. 230. 370 pips.
Yeah.
4 trades. All because, you got
The 1 hour. The
10 H10.
Change.
H10. Yes.
And then it's supported by the 4 hour. And then you're just following the M30 and H1s for your add-ons.
Right.
That's basically, like I said, I'm trading within the session, so I'm keeping my eye on the 1 minute with the H1 changing colors.
Yeah.
If I'm trading the Asian session, here's my high, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Each colors here. So I'm looking for a short. Where's my sink for a short? Don't have a 3-ball. If this was a 3-ball, and here's my short, right?
Right.
10 pips, break even probably. And then here's my second short.
Mhm.
I can follow it all the way down. 47 pips. Get out over here, 17 pips, and get back in here. That's 45 pips totally. And keep going.
Mhm.
I'm looking for a low of the session. Never happens. Gets back in sync here. This is the entry. Depending on how far I go, another 40 pips. So that's basically how scalping. I'm really scalping the market when I'm getting good pips out of it because of the syncing process. Right? And then change colors. Everything got supported, and then here's a 20.
That's fantastic.
And the beauty of this is like if I take my trade here,
Mm.
this bar, only a 10 pip stop loss,
Right.
31 pip trade.
1 to 3. Yeah. Great.
And same thing on pound Aussie. $10 pip stop loss, 31 pip trade.
Would I entered on the second entry and exit? Would you stay longer or?
No, I would be out over here, right?
Yeah.
Both of
Okay.
them change colors. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna move my stop, and probably made about 10 or 15 pips, 20
Yeah.
pips.
I might 15. Yeah.
So same thing over here again, right? This is a 14 pip. This pound New Zealand is a 3 pip spread anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 20 pips. So 20 pips, 20 pips, 20 pips.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot. It's great. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. That was
Yeah. You can take the screen back now there, Rafael.
Okay,
And I'm done, so I'm going to go back to sleep.
perfect. So thank you, Rajit.
Talk to you guys tomorrow.
thank you, Reggie.
Bye.
Thanks.
Santiago, thanks. Bye.
It's Rajit, I think. Is
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the euro dollar is going to take me out for 10 pips, I think. Finish. So that's good information.
Yeah.
What
Wait.
he shared, yeah.
Uh,
Wait for those 1 hour switch here for some scalping. That took me out. Okay. So now today I'm negative. Negative what? $324.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay.
are you still in that euro dollar?
No,
Oh,
it took me out.
okay.
It took me out and for 10 pips. Let's see if we have 2 minutes for the close of the 1 hour bar. See what he's doing.
That was a good explanation to the.
Yes. So we have to master better the system to do
Yeah.
that. Those this is the 1 minute. So we have in those pound the board retracement.
I will say that when everything is already created, low or high of the session, we can just look for the continuation or,
Right, or a reverse.
Yeah.
But trading off those levels, they are very high probability trades.
Okay.
Okay, we have some movement. Okay, gold is heading short. The 1 hour change color, so maybe finally the high of the day established. We have A7. Dollar is flickering the 4 hour, establishing the high of the day. The 1 hour change color also. So it's making high of the day and high of the session.
If we go back to the hour,
Everything is go up. Moment, let's see. The trend is very, very strong. Up. Or like a scalping. Pound CAD is in sync with the 1 hour that change color. So maybe this low of the day is not established yet. The 4 hour is looking for the low of the day to take this trade down. I don't have, I have it here. Let me see.
these look more like a transition to the long.
To a long trade. It's 70
the
pips.
1 hour.
It's too much, so I'm not going to take it. It's too much. And your dollar is kind of sideways. You see it? Your cat looks good. Everything's in sync. Now, just that. 11 pips is too much. Dollar is in sync in the 5 minute. Now you see the 4 hours still now switching from blue to blue to red, red to blue. So maybe I have to get out from this trade. That the trend is still very strong to the upside. Switching back. Yeah, something else that I forget and yesterday Santiago told me is about the 15-minute trend line. You see how uh, how important to the up direction is
Bingo.
this trend line here. So that means in the 15 minutes that really the move is still going very strong to the upside. And the 5 minute, the trend line, even the 1 minute, the trend line still pointing up. So if this trade fail, it's going to be because of that.
Short now.
Yes, I'm shorting because I thought, look, the low of the high of the day with the high of the Asian and of the session, but it seems that it wants to go up. So my thinking is
The
if
1 minute.
this the 1 minute is changing, it's switching, okay, but even the 1 minute, the trend line is pointing up. The 5 minute is pointing up, and the 15 minute is pointing up. So if we compare with the one that it took, for example, I don't know, maybe at this point was pointing down in the 15, also in the 15.5, where we have to really master the
What
system.
about one? Can you look at 1 minute how it looked?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
1 minute
it
is
is
what
changed.
it was changed. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And gold at that point is not changing at all in 1
Mm.
minute yet. So you see,
Yeah.
yes, my thinking is that this is going to be a loser trade. The 4 hour is in transition. You see, goes from blue to red, red to blue. We have a new 15-minute bar. Okay, so it's changing. The 5 minute we have an entry. Again, the 1 minute we have kind of entry, but the trend line is what concerns me.
I think if you're just going to go a few pips in one, you have it.
I didn't hear you, Fatu. Sorry.
Yeah, I say that if you just want to go for a few pips in 1 minute, you have a trade. But if you go for more, your that moving average is correct.
I didn't get the point. Sorry.
I mean, the 1 minute is showing short for few
Yes.
pips. Even the moving average is crossing that moving average.
Yes.
So if you're just gonna go for a few pips, yeah, then you have a trade.
Right.
Yeah.
So normally, well, I set my my take profit to 1 to 3. It doesn't mean that I'm going to wait for 1 to 3, but sometimes it can go very fast in my direction, and I at least I know that if I get that trade, I'm going to make for all my losses today because they are like 0.25% or 0.50%.
Right. Okay.
In any case, the market is very, very slow. So Rajit made a good trade, very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, pound, those pound Aussie, pound New Zealand. So we have to learn about that strategy and master it.
Yeah, the slows of the low of the day. This is a really strong thing.
Yeah.
Low of the session.
If I sound strange, I'm kind of sick.
Hello, guys. Look at EuroCAD short.
EuroCAD
Hi,
short.
Len.
Thank you,
Len.
Len. Yeah, and in fact, thinking here. So
Looking at it on the in the 1 minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a good one. 10 pips.
You say EuroCAD short, right, Len?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the moment, we don't have entry. Here. 5 minutes here. Right? At the 15 minutes, you see, this is good. This is good also. So we have 3 bars retracement. Thirty minutes. Okay, I mean, it's in the 5 minutes.
Are you in the EuroCAD?
Yes. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a cup of coffee. back. We are in a sideways market at the moment.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What did he say? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I see that. It looked like it met all the other criteria on the like the
No,
5 minute.
yeah,
Everything looks.
it's good. I think it's a good entry. So, but I mean, all other pairs they are not really moving. So, but it's perfect length. Really, thank you. So. almost took me out, but it didn't. I don't have more hope in this trade.
Hello.
Hi, Santiago, how are you?
Pretty good. Sorry about that. I've been tied up with work all day.
No problem. It's okay. Well, at the moment, the market is really sideways, no big move. Rajiv made some good trade, trading of the low of the pound session after the opening of the London session. So he has like a strategy, changing color in the 1 hour and then going to the 1 minute. So and he made his 30 pips. And we are like struggling in doing gold, euro dollar, and euro cat. So euro dollar, I took some pips. I think euro cat also, and Costa also. And now we get back to euro cat, so that we are now in that trade. Everything was in sync here. So was called by Len. I think it's a really good call. But well, the market is not moving, and you know when the market is not moving, it's not moving. And then I'm in this trade in gold, but I think it's not really good. Um, the
Are
first of
you short?
yes,
You
I'm
short or
short.
you long?
I'm short. I'm short.
Y-
So
Yeah,
yeah,
looks like you have to be a little bit more patient with that one because
yeah.
it's just trying to turn around.
Right. So now this was flickering from blue to red, red to blue. When I entered the
Yeah.
first time, that was something like here. So the triple was here. Okay, so I set my stop loss here. And but my issue, after talking to you yesterday, is the moving average, the 15 minute is pointing up. You see?
Correct.
So
Correct.
and the 5 minute also is that's the 5 minutes, sorry. The 15 minute is pointing up, the 5 minute is pointing up, and the 1 minute now is starting. But when I enter here, it was pointing up yet. So I think
Yeah,
yeah,
you have to be patient with it, especially when the line is straight like that. The momentum is still strong to the upside.
right, right. So at this point, I think it's almost take me out twice. Didn't, so I'm going to let it be in for learning. Yes, for experience, but I think it's not going to be a good one. The other was the euro dollar, but you see the euro dollar was really up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So again, we try to get the low of the day with the cross of the 1 hour. We thought
Mhm.
that it was the low of the day, this low of the session, low of the day. And so we were taking it short, and now the EuroCAD is,
You mean high, you
sorry?
mean high of the day? You
Oh,
mean high of
yes.
the day?
Yes, sorry, high of the day, yes. And this EuroCAD, uh, also, we were trading here. Costa called it at the beginning of the session, and
Yeah,
I entered.
that's okay.
Yeah, it was really good, but I closed it because I think it was so big my stop loss, so I decided to close it. And now I enter again, and I set my stop loss 10 pips. So let's see how that play. Uh, and that much what we have done today. So what we learn is about the 1 hour color change and go to the 1 minute for some scalping, even if it's against the the trend. But
All right.
I thought you were telling us to learn and master the system before you uh, teach us how to make those counter trade trades and 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 get some pips. So for the moment we are
Oh,
doing
okay.
5 minutes everything sync. So this EuroCAD is really good lend that you call it. I think it's a good one. So let's let it be.
Yeah, usually when you're trading a counter trend, you're basing your trade off to whatever session you're in.
Mm,
So you basically trading the highs and lows of the session.
right.
So if the market's coming in, if the market is coming in and into the London session and it's made a low, then you're taking the trade against the trend to go up.
Right. So
So you have to go down to your 1 minute
yeah.
and sync up with your 1 hour because you're going to take the momentum of your 1 hour.
Right.
So I mean, since your 1 hour is the one that's going to tell you your highs and lows of the session, then you're pretty much just trading in the direction of your 1 hour.
Yes, Rajit, he took it
But
here, right here, the
correct.
first entry, and a second entry here for the pound Aussie, for 30 pips, both of them, or
Mhm.
the overall, sorry. And pound cat, he did the same, so he went to the 1 minute, and I think he has an entry here. Okay, and I got some 10, 20, 10, 15 pips, I think. Yeah. And pound New Zealand, he missed it. But it was, he said that it was the best one. Let's look why. So, yeah. So he has an entry like here for 4 or 5 pips in the pound New Zealand. That is nothing. And it goes for 30 pips. So,
Yeah.
now that's
See, one thing you have to take in consideration
mm-hmm.
um, is that's the initial low of the session,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when it's coming in, that's like the first fresh um, pull back of that big move to the downside. So you're already expecting a some kind of pullback or retracement. Once you take that trade, then once you find the high of the session, then it gets a little bit more iffy because if you're at the high of the session trying to trade the opposite way, like pull up the pound Aussie,
Yes.
is take this in consideration because sometimes you get good trades, and a lot of times it just goes sideways.
Okay.
So the first initial move you find is the low of the session. That was the first, right?
Right.
After that, now you found the high of the session, right?
Right.
If you go up now, it's trying to make the high of the session.
Right.
A lot of times when you make the high of the session, it's not a guarantee that it's going to make a big move down, unless is the market is just continuing, and it's going to break that ball in the bottom. But you once you get your initial, once you get your first, if your first is either high or low, then your second is going to be the opposite. When you get to the opposite, it gets, the probability is less because now you may start getting to a sideways market, or it could reverse and get you some good pips, but it's not that high as probability as the first
Correct.
initial.
Correct.
Okay.
So when the market is trending, and let's say this is just a small pullback, and the market is continuing,
Mhm.
a lot of times you can catch that second trade off the high of the session.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
if it is a reverse, so let's say that this is a triple in the high time frame here, and also we can have it this first ball retracement. So we can play like 1, 2, 3, and try to
Correct.
go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, try to go up. So after you find the high of the session, now it now gets to see you. The market could do different things. It could do the 1, 2, 3 and come back up.
Right.
It can just reverse from there, or it can just go sideways and then make up his mind where it wants to go.
Right.
But yeah, but that's your best moves like that you catch are going to come off the market has been moving in one direction,
Mm.
and you're coming into the session, and you'll catch a good trade like that where you have multiple entries on your 1 minute.
Right. Actually, we were more like very careful with the beginning of the session. I didn't think that maybe Rajit could make some trade at the beginning, so we didn't pay more attention to those pairs really, and we are looking only high probability trade that sink in the larger time frame, like the zero CAD. That is not doing much, but because the market is not doing much, so in any pairs.
Yeah. Yeah, that go ahead, Fatu.
In this case, the turn of the section, will show in the H1 when it start to become red. Is that correct? I mean,
I'm sorry, what did you say?
the pound Aussie, if you bring it up again, please. So now we're looking for the high of the session, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So H1 will tell if it will start to turn, right?
Yes.
If is change color, and you have the
Correct.
ball tree. Well,
Yeah, once it changed, yeah, your 30 minutes already giving you a heads up.
Okay. Yeah.
But the 30 minute has been going for a while, so you do have to be careful
Yeah.
that the 1 hour hasn't turned yet,
Yeah.
and the 30 minute can actually saddle and continue to go up.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
But
really have to pay attention.
if the 1 hour change color, then we have a kind of
Yeah,
confirmation.
correct.
So
Yeah,
then
the 1 hour changes color.
yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, that means the momentum has shifted.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, 30 minutes giving you a heads up that the momentum is trying to shift,
Yeah. Okay.
but it hasn't. You know, the reason I say it could saddle is because the 30 minutes been going for, it's been red for a while,
Yeah.
and it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed the 1 hour.
Okay.
You usually when the 30 minute changes, the 1 hour is not too far behind it,
All right. Okay.
and that's the like like if you go to the left, you can see the 1 hour when it changed to go up. The 30 minute,
The
the 30
30
no
To the left?
no
go back
go back to your London session.
Oh, okay.
right where you have the
You
X's.
yeah you see the 30 minute on the London session go down
Yes.
Yeah.
when it changed, right? The 1 hour change not too long, not too far behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
Now compare it now to this one. 30 minute has been red and has been kind of flat
Yeah.
and hasn't changed the 1 hour. So it can actually push the market further up,
Higher.
which is what it's trying to do. It's probably trying to do right now. So yeah, you haven't found the low, the high of the session yet.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 minute saddle. So this giving you probably gave you another entry to go long on the 1 minute. Yeah. So that's one thing you wanna keep an eye on when you're searching for highs and lows of the day. I mean highs and lows of the session
Yeah.
is, you know, what is your combination, your 1 hour and your 30 minute, what are they telling you? You know,
Okay.
the 30 minutes been red for so long, why my 1 hour hasn't changed yet? So you have to be patient with it if you want to trade off the high of the session.
Thank you. That's a way to
Or
see
or,
it too,
or,
because we haven't think about it.
Can you go to Pound New Zealand, Rafael?
or if you was in that trade and you know you see the combination of your 30 minute and the 1 hour, your 1 hour is not changing, then you might want to time your stop and see if you can get a bigger move, more move out of it. Yeah, Pound New Zealand doing the same. Was it no? That's the Pound New Zealand doing the same thing as the Pound Aussie.
Okay. I shorted it, but one shouldn't before the 1 hour was changed. I don't remember if it was
Yeah,
changed.
yeah. Remember,
It
the
was
30 minute is your heads up. Your 30 minute is your heads up to get ready. When your 1 hour actually starts to flicker red, and you get that one bar on your 1 hour, now you go down to your 1 minute and see if you can start finding the synchronization.
Okay.
Yeah, but if your 1 hour hasn't turned, I wouldn't even try to
Yeah.
But
attempt that.
like you said, if the 30 minute has gone for long now, like now in the Pound Aussie, is a kind of head up to. It might not go short because it has the 30 minute has gone so long.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like your goal is starting to set up.
Yeah,
It's a little short.
it's kind of flat also, no?
Actually, already gave an entry.
Here.
Hold on, I'm not there yet. Different computer.
If you look at the 30 minutes, is
Yeah.
And the EuroCAD is reversing. So the 1 hour change color again. So we made actually the low of the session, and now the 4 hour didn't change color. So normally if I set a large stop loss, like here, I will take it out in the change of the 4 hour. But here, you see it changed color again. It's switching to red to blue. So I don't know if it's no, it's not an entry. No, it's not an entry.
No, because your 30 minute is still
Yeah.
your 15 and your 30 are still got to cycle down.
Right.
Once everything cycles down, then you'll get your entry short. That's what the 5 minute is doing. Yeah, color hasn't changed on the 5 minute.
Mm.
Let's see. Panazi.
Dollar CAD is in sync in 5 minutes. Has an entry.
Dollar CAD.
Yeah. See how much? It's like 8 pips. Stop loss. Let me see the 1 hour. We have these 3 balls. So I don't know. Maybe he's going to push it, but for how long? You see? To place 0.25%. So let it be. In that trade, let's see how that play. If he push a little bit the
Yes, they can. Five minutes.
oh, I forget about the top of the hour. Always I forget.
Yeah, it's a new hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you had an entry there, and then everything changed color again.
Yes. Yeah, everything changed color. 4 hour, everything. So I'm going to take my 2 pips loss. 3 pips loss in that one. Let's see. Okay, I took 2 pips loss in that one. Okay, gold seems setting up, but as you said, the 5 minute change color. So the 5
Yeah,
minute
it just changed. That's a good thing.
30-minute transition.
So this is the 1 hour candle, right? The 5 minute. Oh no, it's the 15. Oh no, I don't remember. It's 2.
On the
The
5 minute,
yes.
believe it should be the 1 hour candle, I think.
Okay, yeah, he said 1 hour candle here. Now I change color again. And
Yeah, you have to wait for it to recycle again. The 30-minute change color. Just,
right.
yeah, let me see, because if 15-minute. Yeah, moved up 50. Yeah, it's the goal is a little fidgety. I wouldn't,
Mm.
after a big move like that already,
Yeah.
it's stalling out. Looks like it's trying to break that high.
Yeah. If you break it, it's going to take me out.
Yeah. Yeah, I just leave. Let's see, Euro Yen. Euro yen.
Yeah, euro yen, I have a signals here. How much
Euro
is
yen.
it's 10 pips here, right here. Okay, I mean, yeah, we are in sync. Okay, gold change color.
All right, now everything's back in sync to the downside. Except for the 30-minute. All right, I took that gold short.
Okay, I'm gonna take it again.
Yeah, that yen pair has been going back and forth too much.
Mm.
That yen pair just had, the yen hasn't made up his mind if he wants to get strong or weak.
Mm.
Okay, guys, I have to run. I'll try to catch up tomorrow.
Okay, Fatu, thank you to
Take
come
care.
here and do not be discouraged. Okay,
All right. No,
we are all in the same ship. Okay.
Santiago, thank you for sharing your thought and yeah,
Oh, no problem. Anytime, man. You have a
Take
good day.
yeah. Bye.
You too.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.
Santiago, your stop in the Eurogen is right here, or I feel that I have it too close, or I don't know if you enter in the Eurogen or you didn't.
No, I didn't enter the year yet.
Okay,
It
okay.
looked like it looked like it wanted to go short, but
But,
it's been going kind of sideways.
right. I'm going to close that one. I don't care.
No, it hasn't broken that high yet. So
Yeah. Well, I'm going to let it go.
it may come back down because it's going sideways.
Okay, gold is doing good.
Yeah. yeah, everything's changed below. It's gonna break that high. So yeah, you might as well get out of it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if
Negative
I gave
10.
you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm a
Sorry
big
if
boy.
I was talking out loud because I was talking
No,
out loud because I saw the pair. I saw it looks like it wants to go short. I
but
didn't realize you was gonna take it or not.
no bad feeling. I'm a big boy, so no problem. We are all here, big boys, so. And big girls, Renata.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, that yen pair is. I don't know. Today's been. It's been weak. Then it tries to get strong, get weak again, strong, weak. Just leave it alone. Let's just go back to the pound. I'll see if it's done anything.
And EuroCAD, I think, is also changing. Even we have a camelback here. The 1 hour. The 4 hour change color.
Yeah.
Since that. Yeah, I'm going to close it. Okay, I'm now only in the gold. Okay. And at the moment I'm negative 1.4%. That's 1.4% is like how many pips? Yeah, it's more like negative 30 pips. That is tolerable for us for this session. And I'm in the goal profit.
I'll see you guys later.
I didn't hear you, Len.
I'm gonna call it a night. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, thank you, Len.
All right, take it
See
easy.
you
man.
then.
Bye.
See you then. Bye.
All right, guys, I'll be back. AT&T, Santiago.
Pound Swiss wasn't seeing now. With the 10-hour, this is a good one for long-term trade. This is the 1 hour. So yeah. So if we enter here, it's 26 pips stop loss. Could be a good one. Has this fall, but the 4 hour is good. Have an entry here, I think.
Swiss is strong.
Yeah, it is. It's the strongest now, and the
Yeah.
dollar is the weaker.
Hmm. I re-enter pound New Zealand hoping it will go short, but it's maybe as Santiago says, it's not so high probability, so one should stay away.
Yeah, at this point, the window is closed.
Yeah.
So it's more like manage your open trades
Okay.
and even close it. So and with that goal, and let's see how that play. I think if it's a loser one, it's going to be the last trade of the day, and I'm going to keep going tomorrow.
Are you trading your session?
I don't know. I have many things to do with my stream, so I have to look at. Well, Renata, Costa, see you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Should we close so when you stop?
I think so for the recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys. So.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.